I'm not even going to introduce myself. No. Because you people know this was going to happen sooner or later. You know that I was going to have to rewatch this. Rewatch this whole fucking series. You knew it was going to come. Let me tell you something. In case you haven't noticed by now, especially some new viewers who came in. I am a huge Transformers fan. I'm just going to have the poster go ahead and pop up there now. I grew up with Transformers since I was a child. Being a kid of the 90s, I never was exposed to the series in its original run. I was exposed to it in reruns. And I still loved it. I grew the big Transformers series that I mostly grew up with, of course, was Beast Wars. Again, being a kid of the 90s. But even still, I knew what G1 Transformers was. I knew all that. When this movie was announced, hell, actually, when this movie had the trailer released, I was excited beyond anything. I was hyped for this movie. At that time, I didn't really know who Michael Bay was, didn't care. Transformers was going to have a movie. A live action movie. We finally got to see the Transformers in live action form. My inner childhood jumped in glee at this. I was 17 at the time when the movie came out. I actually went on opening day a few hours before I had to go to work. That's how excited I was. I was willing to go see this movie before I had to go be responsible. Even if it meant being a little late for work. When I first saw it, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was just my initial reaction, my initial hype for this movie that made me like it. When it came on DVD, I bought it. See, still have it. When I watched it again, I still liked it. I still enjoyed it. I've watched it on a couple of times. Not really, and then Transformers 2 came out. Liked it. Then I wisened up. Then third one came out, but I'll review those later. So I gave Transformers a repeat again. Thought it was okay. Thought it was alright. Wasn't as good as I originally thought, but it couldn't have been worse than the other two. 5 times I've watched this movie. Like, carefully watched it. 5. Not going through repeat just because I was bored or anything like that. I mean, carefully watched this movie. The last time, the 5th time is when I really, truly paid attention and realized this movie is just as big of a pile of shit that the other Transformers movies are. This movie is a goddamn waste of my fucking time. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot for spending money to watch this movie. Ever. Whether I whether I wasted money on it when I saw it in theaters. I wasted money when I bought it on DVD. I wasted money when I decided to rent it. And that was $1.31. And I wasted $1.31 on this piece of shit. Surprisingly, this makes me more angry at this movie than I was at Haunted House. But I knew Haunted House was bad. This is my childhood. This is what I grew up with. This is something I loved since I was a wee lad. And I see this motherfucker taking that. Saying, oh yeah, I'm doing this for the fans. Fuck you, no you didn't. You did this because you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole. You thought, oh hey, let's create some fucking explosions, because that's the only way I can jerk off. Piece of shit. I'm not even going to tell it. I mean, everyone knows the story by now. Transformers crash land to Earth in search of an artifact. They come across humans. One of them has this distant connection to this artifact, so he helps them out. And giant robots fight each other. Boom. It's as the song goes. Transformers more than meets the eye. Transformers robots in disguise. Autobots wage their war against the evil Decepticons. Or something like that. Fuck, I got it closer than this piece of shit movie did! Gah! Let me just point out the problems. Because there really aren't that many positives. First off, the characters. Now, they're not as annoying as in the later installments, but they're fucking aggravating. Shia LaBeouf is very close to being... This is when Shia LaBeouf became big. So this was before he became the most irritating douchebag on the planet. So, yeah, but his character is pretty aggravating. His parents are annoying as shit. Everyone knows this. Megan Fox. I know I owed Megan Fox an apology on my Legend of Hercules review. That was premature. That was very premature. I am sorry. There's no owing Megan Fox an apology. There's none. Not even when Ninja Turtles comes out is there going to be any apology. No. Just no. This girl is nothing more than a piece of fucking ass that gave Michael Bay a fucking blowjob to get this fucking movie. That's all it fucking took. I mean, you can tell by her lips. Those lips were meant to suck cock. His big... Well, I don't know what his dick looks like. Who knows? Maybe he does the explosions to compensate for his tiny ass dick. Jesus fucking Christ. Ugh. Probably had to use like a prosthetic dick to make up for it. And not to mention, Megan Fox, throughout this entire movie, her only facial expression is this. Sorry, I had to pretend I had a dick up my ass. Because that's what it looks like! She looks like she's having the most boring anal sex in this entire fucking movie! And when she talks, it's the same fucking way! It's the same fucking expression! She has no emotion! None! Kristen Stewart has more emotion in Twilight than Megan Fox does! And she breathes through her fucking mouth! Anthony Anderson, who I I actually like, who's a decent actor, who's a very funny guy, is wasted in this movie. At least talent-wise. And of course, oh, I almost forgot. There's another like hot chick in this movie who's supposed to be one of the main characters, who is an analyst who is friends with Anthony Anderson. Anthony Anderson plays a hacker. She's the chick. This Australian chick is an analyst working with the with national security to discover what the message from the Decepticons are. Let me fucking tell you something. Yeah, sure, she's in this movie, but basically all she is a way to introduce Anthony Anderson. You honestly, fuck, pluck that bitch out, throw in Anthony Anderson in that role, it wouldn't make him a fucking difference. She's just there to look great in high heels. That's it. That's all she fucking is. Oh my god. That's all she fucking is. And Anthony Anderson is just a fucking annoying black guy, which is really fucking sad. Hell, you know what? Replace Anthony Anderson with Marlon Wayans and want to make a fucking difference. It would still be irritating. It would still be offensive. And I made some offensive, said some offensive shit too. With no apologies. But oh my god, I was offended by this shit. By all of it. And of course, it's not as bad as what personally hurt me. Which personally hurt me big time. The wasteful talent of John Turturro. Emmy award-winning John Turturro. This man is funny. This man is talented. This man is an amazing actor. I enjoy his work. Unfortunately, I cannot enjoy him in this movie, which just gets worse in the sequels. He is aggravating, he's annoying, he is just downright despicable. I cannot stand him. All this is for him is a paycheck. Which is sad because despite that, he's obviously too good for this movie. He really is. I mean, he fucking is. He is way too good for this movie. And I think he knows it. But he needed the money. Which is sad. Which is very, very sad. I'll be right back. I need a breather for a minute. So, yeah. I'll talk more in a minute about the other problems. I'm back. Had to get me some food. Yeah. So, back to this piece of shit. The CGI is actually pretty fucking bad. I'm not kidding. The CGI is fucking terrible. You look at, I mean, yeah, sure, back in 2007 it was fine. It doesn't hold up as well. I mean, yeah, we're seeing Transformers, but they don't look like they don't look like they can actually walk around in our world. They look like cartoons. I'm not even kidding. It's actually quite fucking distracting to see that. It is that fucking distracting. Also, the Transformers are comic relief in this movie. Ever notice that? Hell, even Optimus Prime is a bit of comic relief. He really is. There are times where he says funny lines that he normally wouldn't say. I mean, I know I'm saying this about a character who was kind of campy in the 80s, but even then he had respect, dignity, and was very serious. He said a few quippy one-liners, But you could believe it. You could believe that he would say that. Not some of the shit he says in this. The action scenes are fucking cluttered, and you can barely tell what the fuck is going on. If anything, they don't even show that. Actually, you know what? They barely even show the action. They barely show Transformers fighting. Let me tell you something. That's going one scene in this movie that's going to sum up basically the entirety of this fucking series. Not just this movie, but the series itself. So when they finally do the first Autobot Decepticon fight with Bumblebee and Barricade, the cop car, Bumblebee and Barricade are starting to duke it out. Barricade on Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox are running away. Barricade unleashes Frenzy, the tiny little robot that likes to flip off people, and right in fucking front of them somehow they still don't know it's a fucking 3 foot fucking robot that walking right past them, giving them the bird. It's like, and we end up following Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox fighting Frenzy for a whole solid 2 minutes. This goes on. We see the hilarity of this fight of Shia LaBeouf losing his pants, getting attacked, pantsless. Megan Fox decapitates Frenzy, and Shia LaBeouf kicks him like a fucking kicker. How he didn't make the fucking football team is beyond me. He's a great kicker. Holy shit! He'd be able to make five scores in less than 13 seconds. That's a fucking and a field goal. Jesus Christ! But when they go back to Bumblebee and Barricade, Bumblebee has already won the fight. I'm not even kidding. Bumblebee, the 2 minutes we spent with these characters, we don't give a flying fuck about. We could have seen 2 robots fighting, which is what we paid money for. And we don't even fucking get that. That sums up the entirety of this series. That we pay money to see giant robots fighting, we get characters we don't give a flying goddamn motherfucking cocksucking piece of shit fuck about. That one scene alone sums it all up. Now, you can say, oh, well, it's budgetary concerns, blah, blah, blah. Here's an idea. You don't want a budget problem? Take out the annoying piece of shit characters we don't care about, rub them against your nuts, and then kick them to the fucking curb and give us goddamn robots fighting! Because that's what I paid money to see! I don't give a shit about humans. That's something that the series did right. The humans were there to be our eyes into this world, into the world of the Transformers, into this war we were thrust into. But they were never the focus. They were there to ask the questions we would ask. Not be the focus. We don't even get Optimus Prime until an hour in. I'm not kidding. Don't count the voiceover. I'm talking a full-on appearance. We don't get Optimus Prime until an hour fucking in this piece of shit movie. That's how long it takes to get to our main star. An hour. This is Alien. I just bought it yesterday on Blu-ray. I love this movie. This movie, I watched it last night. It takes less than an hour. About, let's say 56 minutes in to finally get to the chest bursting scene. The thing is, even though this is kind of the star, suspense was built up. Character was developed. Because we knew this shit was going to happen. Now, I know I don't sound like I'm making a very compelling argument. Let me tell you something. Alright, here's an argument. We got to see an alien about 20 minutes into the movie. Not the chest burster, but the face hugger. Shit went down faster than this movie did. Why? Because we didn't have to suffer through intolerable bullshit. We got into the action 20 minutes into the movie. That is what happens. Okay, yeah, sure. We got a transformer attack on an air base in Kuwait. But it happened so fast. Nothing. We soon forget about it. And we have to suffer through a bunch of other bullshit to get to that. That is the difference between Alien, which takes its sweet time building up to this, to give us something that will amaze us. But it also doesn't make us forget what we're watching. Whereas Transformers makes us forget what we're watching because it gives us shit we don't need. How long is this movie? I can't remember. No, that's right. I have a special edition. It won't tell me. Another thing. The way it's shot. When it's military scenes, it looks like a fucking military commercial. I'm not even kidding. The way it's shot, the way it's lit, it looks like a military commercial, like you would see. I was half expecting Keith David to narrate this goddamn thing. I really was, and the logo to come up. That's what the military scenes were basically military commercials. That's the way it was shot. I'm not even kidding. You don't shoot a movie like a commercial. You're supposed to shoot a movie like a movie. That is nothing special. That is nothing grandiose or avant-garde. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's lazy. It's lazy and stupid. It's piss poor marketing. You don't fucking do that. Alright? And not to mention, it's also a fucking car commercial too. Yeah, okay, I get it. Transformers, cars, I get it. But they spend more time showing off the cars than them showing up transforming into robots. That's what they do. You can't even tell the difference between half of the fucking robots in this either. I know people complained about the second one, which is true, but it started in this one. No one complained about it in the first one. I'm complaining about it now because I couldn't tell who was fucking who unless they were a goddamn Autobot. Hell, you know what? I couldn't tell if they were a fucking Autobot or not either. I couldn't. It was that fucking bad because this is what happens. This is how close the action gets you. Right fucking here. In your face. You can't tell what's going on. I'm not even going to readjust the camera. I'm just going to be like this. I'm just... fuck, I don't even care anymore. I hate this movie. I really do. And I've ranted on long enough. So, I'm just going to go ahead and give a score. Because I think I've said my piece. Because I have 2 more to go. And then I got, you know, the 4th one. So, Transformers is not the worst one. We have a long way to go with that. But I can promise you, it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. So, I'm contemplating whether 4 or a 3. I give it a 3. That's what it gets. It's a 3 out of 10. Sorry. I hate this movie. I hate the other Transformers movies. I hate the fact that Michael Bay took what I hold near and dear to my heart and anally raped it. But this is basically foreplay. That's right. This is foreplay before the actual forced penetration. That is what this is. I gotta watch this shit. I gotta watch 2 soon, which I probably will today or tomorrow, whichever. Not looking forward to it. So, I'll see you next time with Transformers Revenge of the fucking Fallen.